one of the things which you are aspiring for is collaborations across the aisles. And in your experience, in a one in the competitive landscape, you would see there is not much collaboration happening as a default because people see each other as competition. But how you have, in your experience, how you have worked with different set of organizations who were not-for-profits and for-profits across the spectrum, but working with them in a more collaborative model, and which have led to positive outcomes for participants. So I
Mm.
think that's, and if you can share, one of the stories in the collaborative opportunities you created in collaboration with other
Mm.
organizations.
Yeah, I think especially here in Perth, like it's business is not a numbers game here in Perth. We just don't have a large population. It's
Hmm.
very much a relationships game. And
Hmm.
it's very much that's what I set out when I started my business and really trying to ramp up and scale our business is to say, well, what partnerships can we engage with?
Hmm.
And that was very important to me because I didn't really, it sounds quite fluffy, but I didn't really want to just succeed by myself. I wanted to succeed with a bunch of other people. So I
Hmm.
wanted to basically help to grow our business within other people's organizations as well. So can we best complement? Because I don't want to become everything to everyone. And there's a
Hmm.
lot of other companies out there that also realize it's just too much to try and be everything to everyone. So how
Hmm.
can we get a few companies that specialize in their own sectors or
Hmm.
their own little kind of, I call them silos, but be able to integrate them all together.
Hmm.
So we have engaged with a couple of partnerships and some have worked really well, some haven't, but basically, yes, there is that kind of concept where a lot of competitors, they feel that if they refer their participant to you, you're going to take them and they're not going to get them back. And there's
Hmm.
this feeling of I'm going to hold on to them.
Hmm.
So we find that quite a lot in the allied health space
Hmm.
where it's very hard to kind of collaborate with other therapists, especially if we have the same therapist as them, or if they
Hmm.
have the same therapist as us. They feel that we're going to steal their client.
Hmm.
So we have worked quite collaboratively with other organizations that have therapists that we don't, like speech therapy or psychology, positive behavioral supports. So they've been really valuable, and we've referred to them saying our client also needs your service. How can we link in? And yeah, as long as there's collaboration.
Hmm.
An example of a way that has worked well is for us, it's worked really well with like other organizations that do things like support work and nursing, even our recent aged care partnership where they're providing those kind of domestic supports. And they often see that there is need for this person to have a physio assessment or to have an occupational therapist come in, or they need some exercise in their life. So by us having like quarterly meetings with the company, being engaged with their staff, showing their staff what we do, and more so having a bit more of a link within their organization as if we are a department within their organization,
Hmm.
that's where we find their staff are comfortable speaking with us and our
Hmm.
staff are comfortable speaking with
Hmm.
them
Hmm.
so that when we do get a referral, we can keep them updated as well. So they know where their client is at with
Hmm.
their therapy. It hasn't just gone and the provider has gone and done their thing, but they have no idea where they are 3 months
Hmm.
down the track.
Hmm.
So for us, it's being comfortable
Yeah.
collaborating and creating those environments where
Hmm.
we can collaborate on a regular basis.
Lovely.